Good morning everyone. Welcome to the lecture on the rules of using different tenses. In my previous lecture I discussed the rules of using 3 tenses, and today I will focus on the rules of using 5 more tenses. They are present continuous tense or present progressive tense, past continuous tense or past progressive tense, present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and the last one is present perfect continuous tense or present perfect progressive tense. So my dear students, let's start.
Present continuous. Present continuous tense used for an action happening now. So, for the action happening now, I am discussing the rules of using different tenses. So, now I am discussing this, and this may be the best example. I am discussing the rules on using tenses. Something happening now. Again, present progressive is used for an action happening about this time. About this time, but not necessarily at the time of speaking. At the time of speaking. And I'm giving an example. Are you taking the online tests? It's a question. Are you taking the online tests? Actually, you are not taking the online test just at the moment I am speaking, but still the sentence is in continuous tense. So again, present continuous tense or present progressive is used for an action happening about this time, not just at the time of speaking, about this time, but not necessarily at the time of speaking. Present continuous tense, again, I know that you are very much aware of the structure of these tenses. Still, I am telling the structure just to tell you the spelling rules related to this. Subject plus am, is, are plus verb plus ing. That is, ing is added to the verb. And while adding ing to the verb, you have to follow certain rules. And actually, to tell you the rules, I am discussing the structure. If a verb ends in E, then E is omitted before adding ing to the verb. I'm giving some examples. Write. Write. Here the verb ends in e, and when you will add ing to the verb, then e will be omitted. Writing. Writing. In the same way, arranging. Arranging. Is omitted. And there are some exceptions. I am telling you about the exceptions. This is the rule you will follow in all the cases except some exceptions. And what are the exceptions? Aging. From age, here e is not omitted. Then aging or singeing. Singeing. Here e is not omitted. Aging, singeing. Dying. Dying. These are the exceptions. And in all other cases, if a verb ends in e, then if you add ing to the verb, then e will be omitted. And if you get a verb of single syllable, and if there is only one vowel in the syllable, and if the verb ends in a consonant, in that case the consonant is doubled. I'm giving some examples. Put. Put. Here it's a verb of single syllable. Here we find only one vowel, one vowel, and the verb ends in a consonant T. When you will add ing to this verb, the T will be doubled. That is, the verb will be putting. P-U-T-T-I-N-G. Putting. In the same way, cutting. Cut. T-T-I-N-G. Cutting. And again, if you get verbs of more than one syllables, and if the last syllable has the same things as I have discussed, that is, if the last syllable ends in a consonant, and if there is one vowel in the last syllable, in that case again the last consonant will be doubled. Here I am giving an example. Begin. 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 And here we find a consonant, a vowel, and the spelling is B-G-I-N-N-I-N-G. Beginning. And again there are some exceptions. I am telling you about the exceptions. Budget. Budget. Budgeting. Here T is not doubled. Enter. Entering. Here R is not doubled. And again, if you get a verb that ends in consonant L, and if you add ing to the verb, L will be doubled. Quarrel, quarrel, quarreling. Here L is doubled. Travel, travel, traveling. L is doubled. But the exception is signal, 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 signaling, signaling. In American English, L is not doubled, but in British English, L is doubled. So my dear students, these are the related spelling rules of present continuous or present progressive tenses. Now the past continuous. Past continuous. Past continuous tense is used for an action happening in the past. Used for an action in progress, in progress in the past. I am giving an example. The boys were swimming. Boys were swimming in the pond. Again, first continuous is used for an action already in progress. Already in progress. When something else happened. I'm giving an example. The doorbell rang when we were taking breakfast. So, we were taking breakfast. This action was already in progress, and at that time another incident took place, that is the doorbell rang. So this is another rule of using past progressive or past continuous tense. Now present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Present perfect tense present perfect tense is used for an action that continued for a period of time. For a period of time which is not finished. So, used for an action that continued, that continued, or action that continued but the time, for a period of time, the period of time is not finished. I am giving an example. The train has been late. The train has been late 3 times. 3 times this week. So this week, still the week is not finished. The week is not finished, and within this time the train has been late 3 times. So this is the one rule of using present perfect tense for an action that continued for a period of time which is not finished. The period of time is not still finished. Again, present perfect is used for the first action in which time is not mentioned, or the time is not important. Past action, but the time is not mentioned with the past action, or maybe the time is not important. In that case, present perfect is used. I am giving an example. He has written a letter. He has written a letter. If I just mention the time, he has written a letter yesterday, in that case this will be a wrong sentence. In that case we will have to write he wrote a letter yesterday, as the time is not mentioned. Maybe the time is not important, and so this can be used in present perfect tense. Again, present perfect tense is used for the action whose result is still felt. Used for the action that took place in the past but its result is still felt. And I am giving an example. I have taken my breakfast. I have taken my breakfast and still I am not hungry. I have taken my breakfast and still I am not hungry. That is, the result is still felt by me. So this can be expressed in present perfect tense. Then past perfect. Past perfect tense is used for an action that took place before another action in the past. Both the actions took place in the past. I am giving two examples. The meeting started after the chairman had come. So the meeting started, one action, and the chairman had come, another action. So this action happened or took place earlier, and so this was written in first perfect tense. Our last tense, present perfect continuous tense or present perfect progressive. Present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive. Present perfect progressive or present perfect continuous tense is used for an action that started in the past and is happening still. So an action that is started in the past and the action is not finished yet, the action is still happening. In that case we use present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive tense with for and since. I am giving an example. He has been living here for 3 years. He started living here before 3 years. 3 years ago he started living here and still he is living here. That is, the action started earlier and still the same thing is happening. And to mean this, to express this, we use present perfect continuous or present perfect progressive tense. So my dear students, that's all today.